Good morning from Iceland, and today we are truly starting our journey along the ring road, which is going to take us all around this country. Today though, we are going to see some waterfalls, some black beaches, maybe a plane if we can find that famous plane, and tomorrow we are going to go see why Iceland is called Iceland, so stay posted for that.
I'm not gonna lie, the past few days the weather has been warm, so it's brought in a lot of rain, and this is January that we're filming this. Even the locals are like, yeah, it sucks right now. But tonight, it's going, like right now it's 7 degrees, tonight it's gonna drop down to -4. So it's a good thing we have extra time because the roads could be a bit messy, but I think we're finally gonna get our snow that we came here to see as well. So we are camping in the van tonight as well. I think we'll need electricity for some heat. It's gonna get cold.
So our first stop today, a very windy one, Seljalandsfoss Icelandic words are very hard to pronounce, but it's in the bottom of the screen here. So this is one of the most popular waterfall in the entirety of Iceland. It is 60 meters tall and it's stunning.
So if I'm being honest, because this is such a huge tourist attraction, I was ready to have mixed feelings about it. But I have to say, as soon as we saw it afar from the road and then as we got closer, it is absolutely stunning. And it sounds weird because it's just a waterfall, but there's something so impressive about it. And we've had so much rain over the last few days. It is booming. There's even 2 little ones that have started off to the side as well.
We humans are weird because a little bit of water falling is not impressive, but when it's a lot, oh well, that's impressive. This place is beautiful, but I'm very happy to be back in our trusty van because yeah, being cold is something, being wet is something else, but being cold and wet is the worst.
As we're driving along, there's like I think it's like a mountain or cliff, or maybe it's a volcano, I don't know, something on the side of us, and it just looks so dramatic with the fog right now that covers the top. It's all that super dark black volcanic rock, and it's absolutely stunning.
The wind is crazy! Anyway, we just made it to the beach where the famous, you know, the plane on the black beach, like that famous photo here in Iceland. Well, we just made it here. Sadly, we thought we could just go there on our own, but it's actually 4 kilometers outside of the parking lot there, 4 kilometers back. So you could technically walk there, but the weather is not very nice right now. So we're gonna have to take the shuttle, which costs a fortune. It's like $32 a person, but hey, I can't come to Iceland and not go check out that plane. I don't know why a lot of people say it's overrated, but I need that photo. I just need it. Best sandwich ever.
To the shuttle.
We made it. It's windy, but I see the plane. So we are on board a Douglas C-117D, and this plane basically crashed here on the beach back in November 1973. It was operated by the US Navy, got caught in an ice storm, and you know, the fuselage has been here ever since, and now it's a major tourist attraction.
So I know a lot of people are saying that it's a bit of an overrated attraction. I don't know, to be honest. We're also in very low season, so like there's not a lot of people here. If you're interested in getting that photo, I do think it's pretty cool. In the height of tourism season in the summer and it's packed, then maybe overrated. But this season, it's just very cold, but good.
It's too cold to miss the bus. Woo. With the wind by the ocean, it was freezing.
Oh yeah, like the wind was going through our hats.
Tracy was like, run, run, run. She didn't want to miss that bus at all.
No.
We couldn't have stayed another half hour there. Whew.
That one got to me by the end of it. The wind was so strong. It's cold. I'm ready to be nice, toasty, warm.
Can't be done with the cold already. We have like 11 more days here.
Oh, it's gonna be fine.
Only gonna get colder.
I'm so pumped because our campsite tonight, I think, is going to be one of the best that we are going to stay in because it is at the bottom of a massive waterfall.
Made it to our camp for the night. I wish we would be like a little bit closer to the waterfall, but there's actually like a parking lot. I'm sure like tonight is gonna be empty, but right now it's full of tourists as well. But yeah, every time we're gonna open the side door, including like tomorrow morning, the first thing we're gonna see is that waterfall. So let me plug in and enjoy my evening. There we go.
Welcome to our home on wheels for the next 2 weeks. Come on in. So what I'm going to show you is the Easy Clever 4x4 edition from Camp Easy. This is our back compartment. It is all the space that you need for an adventure, and that is what we're on. So we have a kitchen here. We even have a fridge. We've got lots of storage here for our cutlery, our kitchen materials, and of course food to keep us stocked up. We even have a water tank that goes into the sink here so we can refill that as we go. And then we have the kitchen working area. So this is when it's converted into the kitchen table. And then at nighttime, just because we don't feel like putting all of our pillows down below, that's where they're all stored here, I will show you our bed converted setup. There's also a heater too, and right now we're hooked up to electricity, so we can run that bad boy as long as we want.
Unlimited heat, which we might need tonight because it's starting to snow right now.
It just started snowing.
The really cool thing about having a van is that you both have a car and a house that follows you everywhere. And just like when we did this with my parents in Portugal, like that was like the highlight for me. The fact that we can just park anywhere. We have all our things with us. We don't have to worry about anything. I can even sit, do some work at night and everything. We can just chill in our bed, and in the morning we just get out this door, get out the front door, and we're ready to go. Like, this is just seamless travel. Tracy looks like she's going on a serious mission, but she's just going to the bathroom.
There's just no lights to the bathroom. We're not far, but just far enough.
Good morning. The hard part about Iceland in the winter at this time of the year is that it's like 8:15, it's pitch black outside, like it's midnight. So waking up has been quite a chore.
It's
lately.
the first time we've experienced like this level of darkness. Like, it gets dark, but it's just later in the morning.
Yeah. No, like the light normally outside wakes you up. There's none here until like 11 a.m.
Yeah. So that combined with jet lag, the mornings are a little rough.
We get this.
Breakfast ate, coffee in progress, dishes done, warm gear out, all dressed, and we are on our way now to go glacier hiking. Something we have never done, and why not while we're here? And I hear there's a really cool cave, so I'm hoping the weather hasn't messed anything up there basically. And we have about a 2.5 hour drive this morning to get to base camp, and then the adventure begins. So as we're driving around, there's like farmland area, and for us, we would expect to see cows because like we see cows everywhere on farms. But here, we haven't seen a single cow, and they're all horses. So horses, from what we can gather, are very important to the Icelandic culture. Basically, back in the days, like horses were life. Now, I don't know how much that is still accurate today, but like they're means of transportation, they're means of shelter because of like building things. They're also means of food as well. Anyways, there's like 80,000 horses. That was a stat I read online. Accurate? Unsure. But from what I see, yes.
So we just passed Vik, which is a seafront village with less than 1,000 people living there. It has a beautiful black beach, just beautiful little buildings, that little white and red church on a hill. I mean, it is worth 1,000 pictures. This country is unreal. We just arrived at the Skaftafell Glacier. This is what we're gonna hike later on. But the mountains in the background are just mind-boggling. It is just so beautiful. But first we gotta load up on carbs, so it's pasta time. Fine dining once again. Great work, Chef Tracy. We're actually going a little bit further than I expected. We're going to another glacier on the other side of this mountain, which, by the way, this is like the highest volcano in all of Iceland. And it's called Wasteland because when it erupts, everything around it becomes, well, wasteland. So we have about a 20-minute drive to the start of our hike, and yeah, Tracy has her helmet on. She means business.
I'm ready.
If I ever build my own van to overland, this is what it's gonna look like. So we just arrived to a place called the Falling Glacier, and by the way, we are here with Icelandic mountain guides by Icelandia. And today we are very lucky because we're kind of having a private tour. We didn't book a private tour, but nobody else booked with us. So we have Fee, our professional ice climbing guide. She's going to make sure that we stay safe and don't walk somewhere we shouldn't walk.
So what you see, those plastic barrels there, no, it's not waste or anything. They're actually survival gear there. So in Iceland, there's only 2 rescue helicopters, so if you need to be rescued, you can have to wait some time depending on where you are on the glacier. So in there you have like some sleeping bags, some warm things, and also extra crampons because it's impossible to walk on the glacier without crampons, and they break sometimes.
Now we've got our crampons on. The hike has started. It's like learning how to walk again. It's like walking with high heels. It's going to be very useful on ice. So right now we're just walking through what they call a surface cave. This was caused by simply ice melting its way through the ice. So this is how you know they're actually solid. It's all blue ice, so it's very, very sturdy and very cool. So I know sometimes it's hard to visualize what global warming does, but when you're in a country like this, you can actually see it. So the massive glacier that's behind me, back in the days, was up to that line on the mountain, and in the last 130 years, it actually melted all the way down to what it is right now, and it's not slowing down anytime soon.
So behind me is what they call a mula. So what it is a massive hole in the ice that you can't see until you're quite close to it. Sometimes you can see the bottom, sometimes you can't. And sometimes at the bottom, there's even like tunnels that come out at the end of the glacier. So safety tip, don't go anywhere close to them. We were able to get a little close because we are roped in and our guide has our back. So that's the only reason why.
And according to Ice Age, the movie, those are water slides, but you don't know if you don't go in. Yeah.
Trust cartoons. Yeah, exactly.
And this is why you can't trust yourself to walk alone on the glacier if you don't have experience. So beside me, like, you can clearly see that there's a massive hole that leads several meters down. But imagine if this was covered in snow, you would have no idea what's below it.
So when you're in these crevasses, where each side of you is so blue that when you look up, all you're surrounded by is blue. It kind of gives like a purple haze illusion to the sky. So the deeper we go, we might experience that.
Even though we're kind of surrounded by rocks right now, under those layers of rocks, it's actually the glacier that's still there. And that's one of the main reasons why the glacier can survive the summers when it can be upward to like the mid-20s, because the layers of rocks actually protect the ice from the direct sun. Made it to the top. High five. Don't let me hang.
I wasn't prepared to high five you. I was on the ground.
It's not quite the top. The top is kind of there, but that would be very dangerous and unsafe to do. So it's as close as we're gonna go, but it's beautiful. And we actually like heard one piece fall somewhere. It sounds like thunder at a distance. The beauty about visiting Iceland in winter, which is their dead season tourist-wise, is the fact that we just climbed this entire glacier basically alone. It's the first time we're really seeing another group of tourists, and we're almost at the bottom. So just because of that, you know, summer in Iceland apparently is amazing, but winter might be better. We made it back in one piece.
We did.
Let's
that
go.
was amazing.
Jump.
Oh my god. Going to bed so early. We'd be in bed by like 9 o'clock. Yeah. And then we'd wake up to at like...
Thank you so much, Pete.
Yes.
It was amazing, super fun. Thanks for the ride.
Take care. No
It
problem.
was a pleasure. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Well, that was fun.
Do you have your mitts?
So as we were hiking the glacier, Fee, our guide, explained to us that basically like around here there's nothing about 200 kilometers that way and 200 kilometers that way. In the middle where the glacier is, there's one gas station, which is the gas station. It's also the mini mart, the restaurant, the bar, and pretty much the only thing to do in the region. So we're gonna go check out how the locals spend their evenings. There's a lot of people in there.
We were suggested their burgers. Dave had a lamb one. I just got a regular one. It's a pretty decent burger.
I got the lamb burger because apparently it's their specialty. It's really good. Wow. And the bun is so good. It's actual real bread, not like cheap fast food bread. Well, that was really good. I'm glad we stopped and we had a true local experience.
That was really good.
Gas is so expensive. 329 kronas. It's like 330 Canadian. Oh, and that's a liter, not a gallon, a liter.
But we need to fill up because with a storm coming, you always want to be prepared. So we'll have lots of gas on board to get us to our next destination.
Winds up to 126 kilometers.
Yeah, we got to be prepared on this one. So that was absolutely fantastic. We are now on our way to Hop.
Hop. It doesn't spell like that, but apparently it pronounces hop.
Yeah.
But there's a massive storm coming. So we're kind of thinking that maybe we're going to sleep in this area tonight. But chances are if we do that, we might be stuck in this area tomorrow.
So we're going to try and go a little bit further down. So I think we have like 2 hours to drive now. But really cool with Camp Easy. You can actually obviously check the weather, but with the iPad that you get, you check the road conditions. So hold on, it's just loading. So I don't know if you can see that, but like it's literally all those colors tells you like the conditions of the road, if they're open, if they're clear, if they're slippery, if there's accident. Like you can even have cameras on some of them to see what the road conditions are like.
So the roads where we're going right now are fine, but they can change in a heartbeat. So we gotta hit the road.
There's a lot of slippery roads. Basically, the section we're doing is still good, but everywhere around us is getting bad. So we need to hit the road now.
So anyway, check out Icelandia if you wanna like hike this glacier. It was amazing. Big shout out to Fee. She was such a great guide.
So good.
She's the best.
Yeah.
Icelandia also does a bunch of different activities around Iceland, so they're really the best company to like make sure you have the best adventure.
100%.
We're also gonna put the information for our amazing camper in the description as well, because there's no better way to see Iceland than in your own home on wheel.
Yeah.
But we gotta hit the road. And until next time, see you guys.
In the next one,
What were we gonna say?
We're starting to head up north.
Oh yeah,
That's
we're going north. So make sure to subscribe.